You feel me? So let's restart the video right now.
Lured the man for sex with the intent to rob him. And during the...
Hold on, let's restart the video right now.
Vegas man is found at a local apartment complex, shot to death.
Oh snap, this happened out here in Vegas? People was crazy. Let's act like we just restarted the video because I was just cussing too much. This happened out here in Vegas. This is crazy, bro.
Now a trio are locked up accused of his murder after authorities say the group lured the man for sex with the intent to rob him. And during the scheme, he was shot in the head. The case unfolded on July 19th, shortly before 8 p.m., when police responded to a Vegas apartment complex to reports of gunshots. When officers arrived, they found a man lying in the parking.
So, bro, was a trick? I mean, not like that. They said he was trying to pay for some sex, right? So, let me tell you how it is in Vegas, bro. I know y'all done seen a million movies where you see prostitutes and they shooting dope and all that type of shit, right? It's not like that out here. The prostitutes look like Rihanna and Beyonce. I'm not lying to you, nigga. And who find that's white? And the white girl look like Jessica Alba, bro. I'm keeping it real with you. You just be like, damn, like they be like, hey, daddy. That's when you say, fuck. As soon as they, hey, daddy, damn. I thought I was finna get lucky. I mean, I could still get lucky, but I'm gonna have to pay for it. I thought you was a regular lucky, not the pay lucky to where anybody could get lucky if they paid. I thought I was gonna have to like kind of work for it, flirt a little bit. Let me try to touch you. You say, no, right. And then 2 hours later, like, look, I'm at first base now. Then we get to second base, and by the end of the night, I probably hit. Not if I got 10 minutes I can smack, bitch. I don't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the anyway, bro tried to pay. He when you come to Vegas, you don't get lucky like that. He thought he was about to hit both them females. It ain't even a hold on, bro.
Unresponsive. Shortly murder after authorities say the group lured the man for sex with the intent to rob him. And during the scheme, he was shot in the head. The case unfolded on July 19th, shortly before 8 p.m., when police responded to a Vegas apartment complex to reports of gunshots. When officers arrived, they found a man lying in the parking lot unresponsive, with blood gushing from his head.
What
Police said they
is
identified the man as 19-year-old Connor Rebelito, who, when authorities found him, was holding a gun with his finger on the trigger. Officials pronounced Connor dead at the scene, and the coroner's office determined his cause of death to be a gunshot wound to the head. During the investigation, a resident in the apartment complex...
What do this picture tell y'all, bro? For real, what do it tell y'all? Keep your dick in your pants, bro. How recent was this baby shower? You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my boy. But if you wasn't out there trying to hit these two white girls or whatever they was, then you would still be alive right now. I'm gonna tell you this. When your baby mama hear you got smoke, she is sad, bro. She is. When she hear you got smoke for cheating on her, try to cheat on her, she is still sad, but the percentage went down a little bit. Like, nigga, that's what the, you know what I'm saying? Damn. Ain't that serious, bro.
Told police she was in her apartment in front of an open window when she saw Connor walking with a woman, when suddenly 3 men ran and the coroner's office determined his cause of death to be a gunshot wound to the head. During the investigation, a resident in the apartment complex told police she was in her apartment in front of an open window when she saw Connor walking with a woman, when suddenly 3 men ran up and jumped the 19-year-old. The witness recounted all 3 of the men beat Connor, and one of the men had a gun and used it to pistol whip him several times. The witness said the woman stood nearby and did nothing to defuse the situation and ran away once bullets flew. According to police, during the fight, the man who pistol whipped Connor shot him 2 to 3 times. After the shooting, the 3 men ran off in different directions, with one of the men running to the woman who was with Connor. After police were alerted to the suspect's description, a plainclothes Las Vegas Metro PD detective in an unmarked police car went to the apartment complex when she noticed that behind her was a car following the same path through the complex. Police say as the detective continued to drive, she noticed a woman and 2 men who matched some of the physical and clothing descriptions of the suspects walk into the parking lot and wave her.
I wonder how these 2 bitches met this Mexican nigga, bro. That's what I want to know. She already cried out. She already told everything. The one on the far right told everything. It's just that this, I promise y'all, bro, this is some pimp prostitution shit going wrong. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. Everybody in Vegas, this is they lick out here. All the females think everybody is a trick. And it's a lot of niggas out here that try to, or where they come out here to get a female, to ride for them, to have sex for them, pay them with. I promise y'all, bro, that's all Vegas is filled with, nigga. You have no money, you can come to Vegas with no money, drive around for 2 days. You'll have 2 prostitutes in your car willing to do anything for you, nigga. Promise you. One of them gonna be short, fat, black than a motherfucker. The other one gonna be tall, white, skinny, smoked out. And yeah, they gonna do whatever you want them to do, bro. And you gonna feel like you got hoes going for you, like you getting money. I'm telling you, man. That's the life of Vegas. Ain't nothing real out here. Fast money, dreams, casinos. It ain't nothing, it ain't real out here.
Down as they appeared to be in a hurry. The detective reportedly realized the group thought she was a rideshare, so she continued driving and saw them enter the car behind her. So police followed the car and detained the occupants, which included 22-year-old Nathan Neva, a family member of his, and 23-year-old Skylar Bailey. Nathan Neva reportedly told police that he and the mother of his child, Skylar Bailey, were hanging out at a friend's place who lived in the complex with some other people when Connor showed up. According to police, Neva claimed 2 of the men at the apartment said Connor owed them money and wanted to rob him, but Neva claimed not to want to be a part of the plan. Neva claimed that the 2 men jumped Connor, but said he never actually saw a gun. So Neva then asked his relative to send him and Bailey a rideshare to pick them up. When it came to Skylar Bailey...
So if this is about the money, where the fuck did she get? Oh yeah, they lured him for sex. Where did that come from? Somebody lying. Everybody young, bro. They thinking about their life in the future. The detective's gonna tell them, look, you only 22. You only 19. You're only 21. You really want to spend the rest of your life in prison for them? Do you really want to? This case is over before it even started, I promise you. They done solved it in the interrogation room. No trial is needed for
Bailey's
this.
account, she claimed to have met Connor a month before the shooting at a party and reportedly told police she was walking with Connor when the man ran up and jumped him. But when authorities spoke to those who knew Connor, it would lead them to piecing together more clues that would help crack the case. When detectives spoke with Connor's mother and girlfriend, they said on the night of his murder, Connor received a text message and told them he was meeting a friend and would be back in half an hour. And that would be the last time they saw him alive. Investigators also spoke with Connor's co-worker who revealed more. The co-worker told police that Connor, bro. You told your girl and your mom that you was meeting up with a friend.
He said that to make it seem like it was a dude. We all know he wasn't meeting up with the dudes. He was meeting up with the females. I can't really knock bro, because I was young. I got caught cheating a few times. I ain't gonna lie. Like, so he at that age, but damn, nigga. Don't, like I said, I was young. I can't even put that on y'all, bro. I was finna say, don't fuck up nothing good at home, man, because you got temptation, especially as a dude. Like, in your 20s, you gonna fuck up. Even in your 30s, you gonna fuck up. It just, damn. Back then, I wish I knew what I knew, man.
Connor was messaging a girl on Instagram by the name of Emily and was waiting to meet up and hook up with her. According to the coworker, Connor and Emily were supposed to meet on July 16th, but Emily canceled. Then they were supposed to meet on July 18th, the day before Connor's murder, but Emily canceled after claiming to have gotten a flat tire. But the two would ultimately reschedule for July 19th,
Connor was thirsty.
the day of Connor's murder. When police searched through...
Let me tell you hoes right now, stand me up. That's it. My nigga said she stood him up on the 18th, the 19th, the 21st. Like, Connor, you got a baby on the way and your girl look good, bro. I'll be what? I'm not lying, bro. Where his girl at? That a cool little Mexican chick. Nigga, you tripping. Fucking with these hoes out here, man.
Investigators also spoke with Connor's coworker who revealed more. The coworker told police that Connor was messaging a girl on Instagram by the name of Emily and was waiting to meet up and hook up with her. According to the coworker, Connor and Emily were supposed to meet on July 16th, but Emily canceled. Then they were supposed to meet on July 18th, the day before Connor's murder, but Emily canceled after claiming to have gotten a flat tire. But the two would ultimately reschedule for July 19th, the day of Connor's murder. When police searched through Connor's, Nathan Nava's, and Skylar Bailey's phones,
I mean, not like that, bro. No, let me take that back. He didn't even know he was like begging to link up with his death, bro. She only kept canceling on that fool because they didn't have it like lined up yet. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't lined up all the way. She kept this is crazy, bro. Rest in peace to Connor. You know what I'm saying? But that would have been that's why niggas shouldn't be thirsty. If you wasn't a thirsty fool, you would have left her alone. I ain't got no ties to her. I ain't hit yet. I ain't did none of this. Bitch, stand me up. I'm cool. Then none of this would have happened, bro. Damn. Damn. My nigga didn't like his baby mama that much. He just kept on going back. Like, he was probably going home all mad and shit because she was
Bailey
standing
and
him up.
the Emily who Connor was messaging. Authorities confirmed Emily was 20-year-old Emily Rideout, who authorities discovered was Skylar Bailey's sister. When investigators looked through the messages between the sisters, police said it was apparent that Nava and Bailey were going through severe financial difficulties and had been evicted from their home with their children. On July 2nd, Bailey and Rideout texted each other about Connor's Instagram, with Rideout saying, "Okay, already done. Like, I unfollowed you and removed you." And Bailey responded, "He got me blocked," and sent a screenshot of Connor's Instagram. On the same day, Rideout sent a screenshot of her conversation with Connor saying, "Only for y'all." And Bailey responded, "We win, you win." Then in another conversation,
I ain't gonna lie, that white girl a little I kind of don't blame, bro. She is kind of, you know what I'm saying? I know cute when I say cute. It could be black to the motherfucker, yellow to the motherfucker, white to the motherfucker, green to the motherfucker. I know it when I know cute when I say cute, bro. It
Okay. Rideout asked her sister, "How you know he even gonna have the money on him?" And Bailey responded in part, "He likes to look flashy and show off." Police say from July 2nd to July 16th, there was constant communication between Connor and Emily and Bailey. Authorities say there were even instances where Bailey typed out messages for her sister to copy and send to Connor. Then on the day of the murder, Bailey instructed her sister to no longer reply to Connor because she was going to take over and text him directly from a different number. When police went through the messages between Bailey and Neva, their messages would seemingly show a pattern, as it appeared that Neva had a history of robbing people dating back to 2023. In one of their messages, Neva reportedly said, "I promise this month over, I'm going hard, baby, no more robbing." And a text thread on July 16th, 3 days prior to
that nigga got her to do whatever she wanted. I mean, whatever he wanted. And she like Mexicans, she like niggas. I don't care what nobody say. Somebody would have got her, bro. She was a part of she went the other route. You know what I'm saying? Once you go black, what they say? You don't go back. But when you go Mexican, what they say? It's like when you go white, it's alright. When you go black, you never go back. When you go Mexican, you won't text again. Don't text me, bitch. Hey, what do you mean if like, yeah, you gonna be hooked on this.
Murder. Neva texted Bailey, you know, asking, "Is he talking to you?" And Bailey responded, "He's checking his messages," as well as, "I love you too, my stomach in knots." The day before the murder, Neva and Bailey were texting each other asking who they could borrow a gun from. Then on the day of the murder, Bailey texted Neva the address where Connor was later killed. Police uncovered more messages between Neva and a person under his contacts named Spaz Out, where Neva messaged him, "Bro, can you grab Ka already?" And he trying to link and everything, bro. Police say the messages went on to...
Did she just say cuz? She should have split. Hold on. The Mexican homie was crippin'?
And a person under his contacts named Spaz Out, where Neva messaged him, "Bro, can you grab Ka already?"
Can you grab cuz already? Hey, hold on. She said cuz. She put the C-U-H on. Look. Y'all heard a newscaster say cuz before? Listen, nigga. Listen.
Connor was later killed. Police uncovered more messages between Neva and a person under his contacts named Spaz Out, where Neva messaged him, "Bro, can you grab Ka already?" And he trying to link and everything, bro. Police say the messages went on to say he just came back from the casino. And he got bread though, bro. He just came back from the casino. Police say they are still investigating the identity of Spaz Out, but they believe that...
Nah, I need to chill. I need to chill and I need to get off this shit. I'm not lying. I mean, I ain't finna get off. We chilling. I need some water though, cause it's strawberry lean. I ain't got sugar for it. Can you grab cuz already? Hey y'all, meet my guy. It's my boy Tank. The DJ gave him that name. It's a Frenchie I got like 5 days ago. Here, man. He wanted me to show y'all. Hold on. Oh shit. Yeah. Nah, he can. Nah, that cuz is wild. I ain't gonna lie. And I forgot my water. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. The fuck I look like having... Okay.
That person is also one of the people who conspired with Neva to rob Connor. Police say they later learned Connor worked at a business that refilled ATMs. While reviewing his Instagram, police noticed he regularly posted photos with large sums of money, which they say was consistent with Bailey's description of Connor being flashy. But when detectives spoke with Connor's manager, he said the manner the money in the post was packed was the same as how the money is.
Hey, tell me, for real, like, when y'all post money, what y'all expecting? For real. Because I promise you, you'll get more niggas that'll want to rob you than more females that want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, bro. Back then in my time, listen to me. You flash some money, women to be on your diss, Nick. You know what I'm saying? In today's time, I've been around 36 years next month. In today's time, females don't care about money like that no more. They don't care about the flashing it. They'll be like, yeah, you got it, but if you ain't spending it, nigga, you broke as fuck. You can have $10 billion, bro. If you ain't spending it on the female, they gonna call you broke. Straight up. Never in my life took a picture flashing money, and I never will. I'm lying. I did that shit in Hawaii. I was feeling myself. What? And I did that shit. But I promise you, bro, it ain't taking money with it does nothing. It don't, bro. Y'all little niggas need to understand that shit, man. That screams insecure nigga all the way to me. Cause if you ain't doing it for the females, you doing it for the niggas. Why do it for either? I live my life like I am legend. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ask myself sometimes, I really ask myself, would I still buy this shit if I was here by myself? Yep, sure would. I promise you, sure would. It's a lot of niggas that be putting all this money in their mouth with all these diamonds, bro. They wouldn't get that if they feel, you know what I'm saying? Why in the hell do you got $1 million car? Live for yourself, man.
Package before being put into ATMs. Connor's manager told police he previously told him not to post those photos because he could become a target for a robbery. Nathan Neva, Skylar Bailey, and Emily Rideout were all arrested and charged with Connor's murder, as they now face charges of open murder, battery with the intent to commit robbery, and conspiracy to commit robbery.
All right, we have a lot to break down in this case, so joining me to discuss it further is former prosecutor Melba Pearson. Now, Melba, thank you so much for joining me. To me, it seems like prosecutors may have a lot against the defendants here, especially when it comes to the conspiracy aspect, given it seems all three played a role in this murder. What are your thoughts about this case and about all three kind of playing into this murder as well, too?
Sadly, we've seen cases like this before, where often you'll have a group of people, usually several men and one woman, who would be basically the bait in order to entice someone for the purposes of a promise of a date, a promise of a relationship, and then unfortunately, at the time of their date, the person ends up being robbed. And of course, when you plan a robbery, lots of things get out of hand very quickly because you don't account for the adrenaline. You don't account for the reaction of the person. You don't react to how slowly the person may pull out their wallet or how quick.
Vegas, bro. Yeah. Hey, Vegas, bro. They lenient with murders. I ain't even gonna lie to you, squad. That might sound funny, but I'm being real. I've been out here a long time. You know what I'm saying? 8 years. These two, my opinion, they gonna get accessory, accomplice, or whatever. They gonna do like 7 years and get parole. Oh boy gonna do like 15 maybe 20 and get. Niggas in Vegas don't do life sentences, squad. It gotta be like on some capital murder, like, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be, I promise y'all, bro, niggas in Vegas don't be getting life sentences for murders. They don't. Oh boy, probably do like 15, 20 years and come home. No lie.
Or maybe they don't have money on them. So
in California, they all getting washed. She getting 20, other bitch getting 20, oh boy getting life without parole since he pulled the trigger. You know what I'm saying? But in Vegas, they move different. I'm telling y'all.
So when all of those things come into play, it's very easy for what was supposed to be a simple quote unquote robbery end up escalating to the point of homicide. And so incredibly tragic as this is, it is not that uncommon. But clearly, the defendants have given the prosecution a great deal in terms of the text messages. I mean, there's a treasure trove of information in terms of their planning, in terms of even one of the defendants feeling nervous and that they're only doing this because they have love for this person and that sort of thing. So there's going to be an uphill battle for the defense to try and say, well, they didn't know what was going to happen. The only argument I could see could possibly be for the one defendant that actually served as bait, saying, well, I didn't know a homicide was going to occur. I only signed up for a robbery. But again, that's not the best defense because of the fact that you have agreed to commit a felony. And if a death results in the course of that felony being committed, you are now on the hook for the homicide as what we call a principal, the same way as the person who pulled the trigger.
And investigators noted that Nathan Nava and Skylar Bailey were experiencing financial hardships.
Hey, for instance, last night, with the FBI agent, he was out here, out of Las Vegas. This nigga shot at 5 officers, bro, in the parking lot. They wasn't inside the building. They wasn't training at some kind of FBI. None of that, bro. In public, he shot at 5 officers off duty. They only gave that nigga 4 months. Out here in Vegas, bro. You drop that video probably tomorrow. It's crazy. They don't. I don't know why, but I'm thinking because Vegas is an open carry state. Like they not hard on guns like they are to everybody else. Like people out here, it'd be so many accidental murders from kids taking guns to school, bro. Kids at home, boyfriend and girlfriend pulling guns on each other, both shooting each other. Like I think because they so used to gun crime out here, they don't take it as serious as states that's not like where it's illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like they be real lenient on gun crime in Vegas, bro.
Do you think they intended to set up this robbery truly just for the money? And if so, why do you think Skylar allegedly dragged her sister into it? Because in my mind, I'm thinking, how much money did they truly believe they'd be able to take from the victim?
Well, I think there were a few things that came into play here. The victim had a job refilling ATM machines and apparently would post on social media photos of him doing his work. He, at the time, had said
that nigga wanted to get robbed.
show how the money was packaged and sort of the day-to-day in the job. But unfortunately, as his supervisor had indicated previously, this is the type of thing that opens you up to be a victim. So of course, it is not his fault. He didn't ask for it, but those sorts of posts.
Remember, his supervisor told him, they said earlier in the video, his supervisor said, bro, you own the clock. Stop posting pictures on Instagram of you emptying out the ATM machines. What type of nigga does that, bro? That's like you clout chasing your job. That makes 0 sense, bro. Any thirsty motherfucker, I'm pretty sure he'd have his Instagram on private because he one of them want to be seen ass niggas, and he a handsome nigga, you know what I'm saying? So he felt like he was him around the money I got, bitch. I'm already knowing, bro. I stereotype. I do. And it got him smoked. It did.
made him a target. So I think there was definitely the money option, the money concerns drove this. I think she probably brought her sister in because of the fact that, you know, whatever relationship she had with the other defendant, you know, she may have thought her sister would have been more appropriate to be that bait, so to speak, in order to entice the victim to his robbery and eventually death. So I think money was the driving factor. I just think that they lost control of the situation once they got there, and it resulted in a homicide.
And now all three defendants have been charged with open murder in addition to the other charges. What is the difference between that charge, open murder?
That's why I just paused it. There we go with Vegas. Do I have to Google what open murder means? There we go with Vegas. They clearly lured this man and smoked him over money, and they got an open murder charge. No first degree. I'm surprised they didn't say manslaughter. They gave him an open murder charge. Here we go.
As opposed to a first degree or a second degree murder.
Exactly.
So in Nevada, they have a very unique statute which allows for a prosecutor to charge open murder. And what that means is that it leaves it up to the jury to decide what level of murder occurred. So the jury could come back and say this was first.
So in any other state, the DA, which is the district attorney, right, which is the defendant for the deceased, which is the lawyer for the deceased. Any other state, bro, the district attorney goes at your lawyer and be like, look, we finna charge him with first degree murder. We finna charge him with second degree. We finna charge him with whoopty whoop whoop. This is the DA. This is what he telling your lawyer. In Vegas, they leave it up to 12 jurors. You know what I'm saying? Open murder. So what's gonna happen, what usually happen is, the 12 jurors, they either come up with the manslaughter charge. They don't never, ever come with the chair or the life in prison, or they come with a hung jury. Some of them saying manslaughter, some of them saying second degree, some of them saying whoopty whoop whoop. Here go the bullshit that I was telling y'all, bro. That's what I was telling y'all.
First degree premeditated murder. They could come back and say, no, this was more of a second degree murder, or this was more of a manslaughter. So it's an interesting way of presenting the facts to the jury and letting them decide what the intent was. Was there sufficient intent to substantiate a first degree murder, or was this really just a second degree murder, or was this, just basically part of some other thought process based on the evidence that was brought forth. So I think that's incredibly interesting, because normally you see prosecutors like to be able to at least say, we have enough for first degree murder. And then what normally you would see happen is that they would have what they would call a lesser included offenses. So that gives the jury the opportunity to say, well, you charge this as a first degree murder, but we don't know that you've met that burden, but you've given us the lesser included offenses of second degree murder and manslaughter. So it's, I guess, accomplishing the same thing, but just in a different way. Basically, the prosecutor is saying up front, pick which one, as opposed to the prosecutor coming in and saying, I think it's this, but giving the jury the option to downgrade if they think is appropriate based on the evidence.
And given the facts of the case that we know right now, do you think it's possible that maybe one defendant, if the case goes to trial, if a jury convicts the defendants in this case, do you think it's possible that jurors could convict maybe one defendant on first degree, another defendant on second degree, and potentially the other
exactly
one on manslaughter?
Happen.
Do you think that's possible in this case?
Yeah, I think it's possible, but I don't think it's likely, because of the fact that they all seem to be so deeply intertwined in the planning.
For the simple fact that that it was three people involved, right? For the simple fact it was three people involved. Two people lured him. One of the people didn't even lure him. He just pulled the trigger. When the jury get back there, I promise y'all, bro, they're going to be like, well, the two girls, like, yeah, they were involved, but they didn't pull the trigger. They need to do jail time. I understand that. We should punish them, but they shouldn't get life, or they shouldn't get 20 years like him. He the one that should get it. We should give them this time and give him. I promise you, bro, they going back and forth until they come with a medium. All them ain't finna get the time this man is getting, bro. Not in Las Vegas. In any other state, y'all getting charged with it, bitch. I don't care if you was the driver and you didn't hop out. If he hopped out the car, went in there and killed them, and you stayed, you getting the same time as this nigga. But in Vegas, it don't work like that, bro. I'm telling y'all niggas. They all finna get different sentences, bro. The girl that was doing most of the text message, she gonna get more than the girl that wasn't. And this thing, I'm telling y'all, they move different out here.
Based on the text messages, and that they all sort of came to the table with a common understanding of what was going to happen that night. While nobody may have necessarily planned for murder, at the same token, they planned to get a firearm, and all parties knew that a gun was involved. So it is a very logical next step that you're bringing a gun to a robbery. There is the possibility someone may get shot or killed. So I don't necessarily see a difference in the culpability per se, except for the fact of who actually pulled the trigger versus the other two in their planning. But I don't see that there'll be much daylight in between the level of convictions, if there is a conviction in this case, the level of convictions between all of the defendants involved.
And the way in which the victim died in this case was truly horrible. But in the arrest report, police noted that the victim was found dead holding a gun with his finger on the trigger. Do you think that a defense attorney could argue that any of the defendants felt that their life was in danger, given exactly that, you know, potentially the victim may have had a weapon as well, too, with the finger on the trigger, and maybe, you know, given they set up this robbery scheme and lured this victim to this apartment complex, et cetera, do you think that any defense?
Of course, that's what a good lawyer is going to say. Well, the reason why he had a gun in his hand, because he pulled the gun first and my defendant was able to kill him before he got off. Of course, they're going to say he pulled the burner first. That's what a good lawyer would do. I'm telling y'all, they not finna get this time. It's like, bro dead, so he can't, like, shit, you already gone, bro. At the same time, it wasn't like he can dictate what was gonna happen, but him bringing that gun, like I said, he already did. But him bringing that gun gave the benefit of the doubt, just to put it in the air like, oh yeah, he drew the gun first on the female and the other dude. That's why they put the gun on him. Of course, that's what they're going to say.
This attorney could argue that because the victim had a weapon as well, too, that maybe the defendants, in a way, felt their life was in danger.
Well, the thing that comes to mind is the old adage, don't start none, won't be none. And so to translate that into legalese, you can't claim stand your ground or self-defense protections if you were the instigator of the situation. So if you started the fight, or if you started in some sort of criminal...
What is she talking about? She wasn't there, we wasn't there. Them three gonna say, he started it. What you mean if you wasn't the instigator? They can say he pulled the gun first, bro. Unless y'all got some shit on camera. What is she talking about?
That comes to mind is the old adage, don't start none, won't be none. And so to translate that into legalese, you can't claim stand your ground or self-defense protections if you were the instigator of the situation. So if you started the fight, or if you started in some sort of criminal conduct, and now you're confronted with deadly force, you can't say, well, I had to shoot my victim because they weren't complying with my illegal requests, right? So I don't see a scenario where the defense can make an issue out of that. They will try, but I don't see an avenue where they can do so successfully based on the fact that the victim was protecting themselves against the wrongful actions of the defendant. And it just, unfortunately, in this...
Bro, I don't care if they got text messages saying, look, had this nigga come over here, whoop-de-whoop this, whoop-de-whoop that, whoop-de-whoop this. They also got text messages of This nigga trying to link with her. Her saying no on the 16th. This nigga trying to link with her on the 17th. She said no. The nigga trying to link with her on the 18th. She said no. They could be like, this nigga was really trying his hardest to kill her. He was trying to link up with, like, they have it where this nigga, where this bitch kept turning him down, bro. I don't care what they have in the text messages. They can easily say he walked up tripping and pulled the burner. Straight up. That's what a lawyer is going to say. My nigga, you died with a gun in your hand. You think a lawyer not going to bring that up and bring that in the case? You on the floor dead with your finger on the trigger. Meaning we popped you before you popped us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we running with that.
Scenario, the victim was not able to effectively protect themselves.
No,
and
Michelle
there
find the
were
weirdos
a lot of different
them,
hands
bro.
beyond the 3 that were arrested and charged so far. But do you expect more arrests to come in this case? And if so, do you expect them to be charged with open murder as well, even if they weren't physically there, but just communicating with the defendants through texting?
I think it's possible that more arrests can result, but I don't necessarily see anyone else being charged with open murder. Because, for instance, I'm thinking of the person that provided the gun for this to all happen. Did they know what they were providing the gun for? It's all going to bear out based on the text messages. It might be just very cryptic, like, hey, we're just gonna, I need it for protection, or I'm gonna do something, don't ask questions. Okay, the person turns over the gun. They shouldn't necessarily be responsible for murder because they didn't know that.
What's wrong with this bitch? What America is she living in, bro? If I give somebody a burner and they commit a homicide with that shit, I'm going to jail. Straight up, I'm going to... In Las Vegas, bro, you can't give nobody no burner for protection. None of that shit, squad. If you want to buy them a gun for their birthday, you have to go with them to the gun store, give the clerk the money, and let them sign over for the gun. You can't give no gun to nobody in Nevada. Like, bro, is she sick? Let me hear her say ACN, because that was kind of funny. She seemed like she thinks she knows what she's talking about.
I think it's possible that more arrests can result, but I don't necessarily see anyone else being charged with open murder. Because, for instance, I'm thinking of the person that provided the gun for this to all happen. Did they know what they were providing the gun for? It's all going to bear out based on the text messages. It might be just very cryptic, like, hey, we're just gonna, I need it for protection, or I'm gonna do something, don't ask questions. Okay, the person turns over the gun. They shouldn't necessarily be responsible for murder because they didn't know that was what the plan was. And so they may be charged with some other firearms offenses, but I don't know that they'd necessarily be charged with murder. Now, if there's other people that played a more active role in the planning or...
Oh my God, bro, that's... Like, I literally know somebody probably about 15 years ago, bro. Swear to God, no lie. That gave a nigga a gun in the party so he could shoot somebody. And that nigga got 15 years along with the nigga that shot him. You can't give nobody no burner so they can commit a crime with this shit. It don't matter if they told you or not, nigga. You gave them the gun. Kewchie D going through this shit right now. Kewchie D locked up right now because they said, yeah, they just passed me the gun. I mean, I passed them the gun and they did something, whatever that nigga said, bro. He going through that shit right now in Las Vegas. Kewchie D is. For saying that he passed somebody the gun and move, you know what I'm saying? You can't give nobody a burner and they commit a crime with the shit and you be, okay, just, no, nigga, you're going to jail. You going to jail, bro. Like, what's wrong with her, squad?
maybe try to help them in the aftermath, maybe dispose of evidence or something along those lines, again, I could see more charges resulting from that. But again, how much did they know and when did they know it are going to be the key questions in determining what level of charge is going to be filed.
And Melba, do you expect this case to even go to trial? And if so, do you think that it's possible? You know, we have 3 defendants here who could be co-defendants all in this case together, but do you see any of them maybe flipping on one another, especially given the 2 of them are half-sisters?
Of course.
I definitely see this case, or at least several of the defendants, pleading out. I don't see a scenario where all 3 are going to want to go to trial on this. Now, do I see sister turning against sister? It's possible.
Of course.
When it comes to rushing to the courthouse steps, the adage of blood being thicker than water kind of goes out the window with that. However, I could see both of the sisters maybe turning on the boyfriend, on the male defendant, on the shooter in this case, because again, they can sort of pin him as the mastermind and say, well, we just had to agree, or we felt that
only 22 years old, bro.
Easier to go along with it, whatever the case may be. But I could see a scenario where they end up testifying against him.
All right, Melba. Well, thank you so much for giving me your insight into this case. Before we sign you off, is there anything else you would like to add?
No, just that, again, it's something to think about in terms of vetting whoever you're going to go out on a date with or whoever you're going to meet up with. Again, that idea of meeting for that first date in a public place and, always having your wits.
Bro, we don't want to hear that. Look, if you got something good at home, just stay at home, nigga. Because I promise you, y'all know how, like I said, I got caught cheating before 2 or 3 times. It's my early 20s though. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, that shit, my nigga, I'm like, this shit ain't for me no more, squad. Like, as soon as I hit, like, I be like, damn, why I do that, bro? I be feeling all bad and shit. Like, nigga, that shit ain't for me no more, bro. You got something at the house, stay at the house. They could be having a girl, kids, and still leaving to go cheat and shit, bro. It's that young nigga shit, man.